Hi everybody, it is Cheryl here. It is Sunday. It's Sunday, right? Is it Sunday or is it Saturday? No, I think it's Sunday. Okay. This is what happens when you start working from home, right? You start losing track of what day of the week it is. But in any case, I wanted to jump on Facebook Live because this is a thought that's been kind of running around in my head, and I wanted to share this with you guys today. 3 ways that using video can help you to get more clients. Thank you guys so much for being here. Listen, I know I've been a little bit absent here over the last week. To be honest with you, the last week has been me kind of catching up on stuff. But starting, well now I guess, but into this week, you're going to start to see a lot more content coming from me. So thank you guys so much for being here. My name is Sheryl Plouffe. For those of you who know me, then hi. And for those of you who don't, I'm a video marketing expert for entrepreneurs. And hi, how are you? And I actually just got this little @ symbol thing I thought was kind of cool. I'm going to put it on my desk in the back here. So 3 ways that using video can help you to get more clients. I had a really great discussion with one of our hockey moms today, and it just sort of inspired me to want to talk about this because it's gotten me thinking a little bit more about, hi Dwight, how are you? It's gotten me thinking about how we can use video more effectively in our communications in general, but there are 3 specific things that I think it can really help. Knowing how to just harness really the power of video is in and of itself a very, very powerful tool because, as you know, and I don't have my phone with me, but on our phones we have the ability now to be able to send videos very quickly through Messenger and such. But we also can be using more video in our email communication. Ah, thank you, Darren. I always wanted to look into this. Our business can benefit from this. Yes. So, I mean, listen, there's a lot to it. There's the aspect of speaking to the person on the other side of the camera in an authentic and communicative conversational way. There's like a stylized kind of a thing, but this is just more about tactical stuff, like where to use video to be able to actually get more clients. So number 1 is in email communication. Now, there's different ways that you can use video within the body of an email. Hi, Thomas. You can either there's actually a system called, well, there's a software. There's probably a few of them, but my favorite one is called BombBomb. BombBomb is a email video marketing, a video email software. And it is a paid service. You do have to purchase BombBomb. But BombBomb is what allows you to actually put a video right in the email, not a link, but the actual video. This is very powerful. I think that this would be especially beneficial for people in real estate, for example, who could be communicating with people by sending emails to them, videos rather, through the email. So I think that from an email communication standpoint, using video rather than just plain text is one really, really effective way to use video to get more clients, because video has that personal connection that you really can't replicate as well with text only. So still on the subject of email communication, you can either have your video right inside the actual email, or as an alternate to that, what you could do is shoot a video, publish it on, let's say, YouTube, because that would be free. Okay, so you publish it on YouTube. You could set it to be unlisted so that it's not a publicly viewable video on YouTube. You could publish it there so that YouTube is then hosting your video for you, and then get the link from it, just like you would any type of video on YouTube. But for the particular purpose of using it in an email, you'd get that link, and then you could put the link in the email, you see? So there's sort of 2 different ways to go about that. I might do a training, a little bit more extensive training on the email video marketing aspect of things at a later time, but I think that email communication is a really powerful way to use video if you want to connect more, which ultimately means you're building more relationship and then potentially having more clients and more prospects. So email communication is number 1 way. Number 2 way is with messaging, like actually using Facebook Messenger or just the text, on your phone, like using text messaging, right? there is obviously the video functionality there now, that you can be, rather than texting, you can just send videos to whoever, right? In this case, prospects or customers or clients or people that you hope to be one day. So using video in messaging is way number two, that you can really start building those connections and those relationships with people, because again, it's what is the most personal thing, right? Now, with messaging, I believe that we're going to get to a point, probably not that far in the future, where it's really always going to just be video. We're just going to be sending videos to each other. That's all. It's going to be rare, I think, to be texting. So Darren says we can live stream our flights and live narrate our drone flight missions. Well, there you go. It's amazing. Like I really do believe that, you know, video is well, I mean, it's not just me, obviously. People are, you know, predicting that everything's going to video. So number two is using messaging, like on Facebook Messenger. I try as much as I can to lead by example by using video in places where people sometimes don't expect, or maybe they do. And it's funny because I get so much reaction from people that say, oh my God, I loved how you sent me a video instead of sending me a text. Well, that's what builds relationships, and that's what gets people going, oh, this is different, makes you stand out. And I think that that's part of the differentiation factor from using video effectively, right? So we're talking about 3 ways to use video to help you get more clients. And for those of you who are seeing this live or seeing this on the replay, my name is Sheryl Plouffe. I'm a video marketing expert for entrepreneurs. And you can actually check me out at SherylPlouffe.com, where I've got a free giveaway there. I've got a free video series, and I've also got a free webinar masterclass that you'll see the links to there at SherylPlouffe.com. Number 3 is using it in follow-ups with prospects and, you know, clients and customers, but using it, like, for example, with using video for training, sales message, maybe sales messages, training, tutorials, onboarding, that sort of thing. Building that personal connection. I think a great tool to do that with would be Zoom. Zoom is a fantastic tool that I am now actually starting to use a lot more with my clients in terms of using it for our coaching calls. And I think Zoom would be a fantastic method to be able to use video to further connect with people, again, from the standpoint of, you know, follow-up, training, tutorials, you know, that sort of thing. So those are 3 different ways that you can use video to help you get more clients. And the reason why it would eventually possibly get you more clients is because you're building a connection. People want to know who you are. People want to know the person behind the business before they start doing business with them. That's why video is so powerful. Hi, Grant. Nice to see you. Need to try and harness this technology and turn it into business. We like it and want to learn more. Great. Well, you know, you're right, Darren. I mean, I think that more and more people are realizing. It's funny, I talk to people all the time. They're like, oh, I've been thinking about doing video for a year, 2 years, you know, for a long time, but just for whatever reason, actually I do know a lot of the reasons are confidence in front of the camera and how to really, you know, find time. People think that video takes forever, and that's just not the truth anymore. It used to be. It used to be that it took a long time to produce video, if you could even do it yourself at all. But obviously things have evolved and changed so much now that it's really, really easy to do your own videos. So we're coming up on the 10-minute mark here, guys. Do you guys have any more questions? Do you have any questions about this? Anything that you want to kind of put out there? What are some ways that you've been using video, maybe up to this point, to help you get more clients? Would love to hear from you in the comments. Please be sure to take advantage of the free trainings that I've already published, and I'm going to be putting out more as well. And you're going to start to see a lot more Facebook Lives from me as well with more training. So if you have any questions, you know, that pertain to, you know, your business or, you know, communication in general with video and want to ask them to me, please feel free to in the comments. I go back and I look at all of the comments, so that would be a great place for you to ask me a question, and who knows, it might just become, where are the trainings? If you go to my website at SherylPlouffe.com, so Yeah, you just have to look at the proper spelling of my name there, but it's SHERYL, PLOUFFE. And if you go to SherylPlouffe.com, you'll see that there is a free 4-part video series there as a free gift, as well as at the top of the menu, a free masterclass. And that is a free webinar. It's about a 40-minute webinar, a masterclass that you can take, and you'll get a good sense for, you know, kind of where I'm coming from and my teaching style. But it's a free masterclass available to you so that you can learn how to, you know, start using video to grow your business. So, having said that, I hope you guys have a fabulous rest of your evening. 3 ways that using video can help you get more clients. Start using video in your emails, be it a link in the email, or you could use a software program like BombBomb that actually has the video right in the email. You could use it in messaging, so Facebook Messenger and text messaging have video options to use the video rather than writing the text out. And then following up with prospects using a program like Zoom. So it's like a webinar video conferencing type tool. Zoom will allow you to follow up with people, be it clients or prospects or customers, with training and sales related materials or what have you, making that personal connection. So those are 3 things that you can do. Are pauses and or ums, okay, acceptable in live streaming? Oh, absolutely. Relatability and authenticity, yes, yes. Or should we avoid them as much as possible? Well, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. Josiah? Josiah? I believe that we should be as natural and as conversational as possible and speak to the camera just like we would with our best friend or husband or wife. You know, I like to call it the hi mom method, which is look at the camera as if it's a person and speak to them like you would be having coffee with them. So when you think about natural cadence of conversation, do we or ah? Yeah, typically we do. There you go. I just did it. I just went, Is that distracting to you? Probably not, because it's just the natural tone of conversation. Where ums and ahs are a problem is when it becomes a distraction because it's a nervous twitch. So if you are speaking on camera and you're to the point where it's distracting of your message, then yes, that would be something to work on. And what you would have to do in that case would be just to practice more, because the reason why you're doing that is because there's a nervousness there. So it's kind of getting over that nervousness part. My program is called Video Breakthrough Formula, because that's exactly what you need to do. You need to get to a threshold and you need to break through the nerves and the things that are holding you back, so that you can come to the other side. And once you break through and you're not nervous anymore, then the sky's the limit. So I hope that helps to answer your question. But a great question. I actually would, you know what, I might even do a video just on that at some point. But great question, I appreciate that. Oh, you're very welcome. Good. So I will, I'll wrap it up. I always go back and look in the comments. So oh, good, more questions, I love it. Holly, is live video better than pre-recorded? Okay, well, it's not really a better than the other. It's just that they're different. I think that the thing with live video is that it's easier. So for example, today, I'll give you an example. I actually had intended to do a recorded video just up in my office for an unrelated thing, like for it's a speaking engagement that I have coming up in May. I wanted to do a little promo video for it. But the problem is that I went to use my my SD card for my camera, and the back of it got wrecked somehow. So I don't have the right tool. Like it's a technical issue. I've got to go back to the store and get a new one because the thing's wrecked. So the thing is that with recorded video, there are more things that have to line up technically, do you know what I'm saying, in order to facilitate making the recorded video. There's more involved in it. Plus, with recorded video, you know, there's a little bit of editing that has to be done. In my program, I obviously teach, you know, how to make that, I call it editing for non-editors, where we make it as simple as possible. There are a few more steps with recorded video. However, the beauty of recorded video is that you have more control over the end product, and that you can edit some pieces out. The thing with live video, Holly, is that live video is very real. It's very authentic. I mean, I had a choice to do this video, 3 ways of using video to help get more clients. I could have done it recorded, but clearly there were more steps there. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a live video. Why? Because I can do it more quickly. I can get my message out there without having to worry about the little technical glitch that I encountered like 15 minutes ago. So I think that they're different, and from a communication standpoint, live video is more authentic, more real. I can't hide behind anything here, right? I can't hide. There's no editing that can happen, at least not live. And so, but I think that's why you're seeing so many platforms with live video and live streaming, because that's what people are craving. People are craving and demanding that authenticity. There is a real need for that. And that's kind of where things are right now. So my question to you is, are you doing either, and which do you prefer is the question. I teach both in my program. I teach how to do the recorded part in the easiest way, in the easiest way possible, and then also I do the live recording, because I do believe it's a combination. I do believe that we should be doing a little bit of both. And that there are advantages, to doing both. Yes. So I hope that answers your question. Does that answer your question? I hope. But great question. I like that. Yeah, they're just different, different formats and different delivery. Thanks. Love the authenticity. Good point. I've only done pre-recorded so far. Okay, but no editing or anything. Oh, okay, great. So you haven't done any editing with that. So, here's the thing I have found with my clients, at least, when I introduce them to doing live video, they tend to really like it, because once they can kind of get over their fear of talking to the camera, it's a lot, it's a simpler process to be able to do video like this. And here's the another advantage of doing, let's say, Facebook Live, as this is an example of that. I'm going to be able to take this Facebook Live now and download the file and upload it to YouTube, and so I can repurpose this video on YouTube and then have it working for me over there as well, right? Yes, I'm not going to edit this. It's going to be a lengthier one now, because we're at, 17 and a half minutes on this particular video, but I'm going to still put it out on YouTube, and it's going to start working for me over there as well. But yes, the authenticity, I think, is really the big thing about video, and the efficacy of it right now is that that's why people are gravitating to, listen, I believe that, how I've been able to really engage with people, especially in the last, I'm trying to think now when I started really doing Facebook Live more regularly, probably in the last half year, and I get, more engagement, I believe, on the live videos than on the recorded videos, if that helps. I'm not sure. So, but great question. I like it. So there you go, guys. 3 ways to use video to get more clients. Use it in email communication, use it in messaging, and use it in follow-ups. So whether it be training webinars or that sort of thing, then those are 3 things that you guys can do. All right. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. This has been a fun Facebook Live. You're going to see more of these coming from me. Please check out my free gifts at SherylPlouffe.com. Caitlin, your lighting is so good and bright. Okay. Have to video after sun goes down. How do you get such good lighting now? Okay. Do you want to see what I'm using? I think you guys will be like, really? That's it? I'll show you. Let's see, how will I do this? I've got to turn, so by the way, I'm using my laptop right now to do this Facebook Live. So let me turn this around. I think you guys will be like blown away. Let's take a look here. Let's see. That. There are my notes. There's my Adidas box that I'm putting and propping my laptop up on. It's nothing glamorous. It's not glamorous at all. So yeah, it's actually just a light that that's okay. Don't worry about the typos, Caitlin. So Yeah, it's a light that I got at Home Depot. It's like a desk light. The only thing that I am doing though is I'm using a, oh gosh, I don't know what I call it, but like a muslin, like on top of the light. So I do have that propped up over just to help soften the brightness because it is a desk lamp, and I'm just using that to soften that up a little bit. But other than that, yeah, it's actually really simple. Another one of my favorite lighting, yeah, like a diffuser, exactly. I think it is, I'm not sure where I got this from. I don't know if it's an actual diffuser. It was something that I had from a previous thing. Let me show you something else. Where is it? No, I don't have it with me. I've got a little light as well that I use. It's like a clip-on light that I use on my smartphone when I'm using my phone to make videos. But yeah, I do have lights, but I don't like to have my big lights sitting here in my like living area. So I keep my big lights downstairs, my light boxes. I keep them downstairs, but because I want this kind of looking clean, it's up in my kind of living area, so that's why. Does that answer your question? What's funny about video is that people, I think, they put it off a lot of the time because they think they have to kind of have everything perfect before they do it. And the truth is that where there's a will, there's a way. You've heard that, and it does not have to be so complicated or elaborate. It really doesn't. The important thing, I think, of all of the aspects of video, in my opinion, is just speak from your heart. When you trust yourself and you know your message and you trust yourself to be able to just speak your heart, that's really the most important thing of all. Not equipment, not gear, not lighting, not whatever. It's more about what's going on like in your head and in your heart, and getting that message out to people in again an authentic way. That's the most important thing that video does, in terms of helping you to build your audience and build your brand and do all of the great things that video does. It's just more the communication part of it rather than the technical. We like to find all kinds of excuses and reasons why we shouldn't be doing it. Oh, I don't have the right lights, and I don't have the right phone, I don't have the right computer, I don't have whatever. The truth is that if you have a smartphone, you already have the ability to do it. That's really what it is. Oh, I'm glad you tuned in. That's awesome. Thank you, Caitlin. Great question. Love it. Oh, okay, guys. Whew. I don't know, I'm going to probably make myself a cup of tea. I'm going to chillax a little bit and get ready for tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow I'm speaking at the FoodLink conference here locally in Kitchener with a friend of mine. We're co-presenting. So I've got a big presentation tomorrow that we're doing. And it's to FoodLink, so that's people who are involved in the food industry, food distribution, restaurants, and that kind of thing. So we're doing a big presentation for them tomorrow, so I'm going to be getting ready for that. And all but what happened, thank you, Paul, appreciate that. And all but what happened that you have to start spamming Facebook. I am spamming Facebook? I'm spamming Facebook? How am I doing that? I'm not sure. And all but what happened that you have to start spamming? Yeah, I'm not sure, Paul. I'm not sure what you mean. Are you talking about emails, maybe? Because there have been a lot of emails from me that have gone out recently, but I don't know about Facebook necessarily. In any case, I'm not sure what you mean. I have sent out a ton of emails lately. That is for sure. And maybe you're referring to that, because we've been sending out anyone who's been on my email list for the last however long. We sent out my 4-part video series to everyone. I should guess that would have started about a week and a bit ago. So maybe that's what you're referring to, Paul. In any case, if you don't like those emails, all you have to do is you could reply back to me. You could just write me back and just say, hey, please take me off your list. No problem, you can totally do that. Or you can also go to the bottom of the email and there's an unsubscribe button, and you click that, and just say, I just don't want to get these emails anymore. If that's what you're referring to, I'm sorry, I don't, you have it written back. Okay, Caitlin, Cheryl, you are not spamming. Okay, thank you. Keep doing what you are doing. You are super helpful and your class sounds great. Okay, thank you, Caitlin. Yeah, you know what? Like, listen, here's the thing. It's a fine line, right? Because, listen, here's something you're going to learn. If you're a coach or a consultant, if you're watching this now or later on, you're not going to be all things to all people. You're not going to appeal to every single person out there, and you got to be okay with that. And I'm totally fine with that. You know what? I know my message, and I know that what I do helps people, and so that is my guiding light in all of this. My goal is to help 100,000 business owners to use video to grow their businesses and to build their brands, be it with paid content or free content. And that's a big, lofty number, so I got a lot of work ahead of me and totally prepared to do it. So thank you so much, Caitlin. Really appreciate that. And thank you, Paul, for your message as well. So guys, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that this helped you to start thinking about video in a different way. Thinking about, okay, how can I use video more? I'm really passionate about look at how you communicate in a day and think to yourself, could I be doing a video right now instead? Is there a way I can do a video instead of writing this out? So thinking of using video in as many places as possible in your marketing is what will help you to stand out. And ultimately, if you stand out, you start building relationships, and who knows, right? If you start building relationships with people, and people like authenticity, that could lead you to more clients and more customers down the road, right? All right, thank you guys so much. It sounds like my boys are coming back in here now, so I will see you guys later, and I hope to see you somewhere else. Oh, Darren, like running a business and in front of camera. Thick skinned. You got it, buddy. You got it. Okay, bye for now, guys. Ciao. Bye.